What's up, everybody? Welcome to K-Port. My name is Michelle, and I'm thrilled that you're here watching the Loop Show with me today. We are doing a lesson from a series called Mind Control, and it's called Control Your Emotions. It is always a roller coaster ride in Loop, and this series is no exception. Buckle up for facing the battle of the mind with the truth of Philippians 4:8 in Mind Control. This lesson will teach you that your attitude is really important. You'll learn that an excellent attitude follows excellent thoughts. We'll talk about emotions that may be difficult to control and about how to take a breath between what you feel and how you act. We'll help you learn how to respond to your inner critic. With God's help, you can learn to focus on God's love for you, not your inner voices of harsh judgment and shame. So I have a question for you. What made you laugh the hardest this week? You know what, instead of me answering it this week, I'm gonna ask my friend Miss Stephanie. Come here, Miss Stephanie.
Hey guys! The other day, I was getting my son, Jonathan, he's 3 years old. I was getting him dressed, and I asked him what he wanted to wear, and he said he wanted to wear 2 t-shirts. And I was like, 2 t-shirts? And he said yes, and proceeded to pick out 2 t-shirts and put them on. And wore them all day.
You mean like 2 t-shirts as in like 2 short sleeve t-shirts, just one,
Yep.
so you can't even see the one underneath?
Nope,
So you
just 2 t-shirts.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's silly.
Yep. All day long, he wore 2 t-shirts.
Wow, I
Yeah.
guess he was warm.
He was, yeah.
That's
with
great.
2 t-shirts, yeah.
Thank you, Miss Stephanie. I hope you come
You're
back.
welcome.
All right, now you give your answer. So turn to whoever you're watching this with and let them know what made you laugh the hardest this week. So who's excited for the Loop Show? I know I am. I can't wait to see what kind of wackiness Ricky and Jamie get into today.
The embers awake within me. Your presence ablaze surrounding me. Your praise is a fire that is spreading. Yeah. Hope is consuming the darkness. You light up the world with your brilliance. Jesus, your love has changed me. You've got me on fire, I can feel it. My heart overwhelmed. to shout at me, try to bring me to my knees. And it's overwhelming, darkness echoes all around. Feels like everything is crashing down. Still I know where my hope is found, and it's only you and ooh. You say you're working everything for my good, and ooh, I believe every word. 'Cause even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. And even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. Oh, tune my heart to your beat, let me be your melody, even when I cannot see. But you're orchestrating, even when the dark surrounds. You'll never let me drown. I know that my hope is found in the name of Jesus. Ooh, you say you're working everything for my good, and ooh, I believe every word. 'Cause even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. And even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. Oh.
Yeah, I wanna truly know if you compose beautiful music though. From all my unruly notes, the distance is distant, it's moving close. Now I see, erase the scales from my eyes, then play the scale of my life. Chaos played off with a chord and a chord with a source, prevented through strife. And I've tasted suffering, I've been embraced by the painful buffering. I've been bound by doubt so loud right now, but a melody is made when you play these rusty keys. So we all gotta get pressed, tuned up like instruments. But I know all of life's tempo is set whenever we remember this.
Even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. And even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. Oh, a symphony. A symphony. A symphony.
Have any of you guys ever seen a little kid raise their hands up to their dad? They do it because they need their dad, because they want to be close to him. And I'm sure you've seen people do that in worship. I mean, we do it all the time. We do it because we know that we need God and because we want to be closer to God. Now, maybe you've never raised your hands in worship before. Maybe you have. Either way, I want to invite you as we sing together. If you want to feel close to God, if you want to show God how much you need Him, raise your hands in worship. Not because I'm asking you to, not because other people are doing it, but because you know that you need God and you want to be closer to Him. So come on, let's worship.
Oh, we thank you for your love, God. I'm leaning on the everlasting arms that placed me on the rock that stands. And I hold true to the one who breaks my fall and lifts me time and time again. Come on. Oh my God, so good. You never give up. You never give up on me. Oh, what joy I found because of your love. Because of your love for me. weighing all my shame. Come on! And I'm made new through the power of sacrifice. From death now, raised to life again. Oh my God, so good. You never give up. You never give up on me. Oh, what joy I found because of your love, because of your love for me. Oh my God, so good. You never give up. You never give up on me. Oh, what joy I found because of your love, because of your love for me. It's your love that sets me free. Oh, we thank you for your love. Yeah. I'm not a slave to sin, so I'm singing. You are good. Buried with Christ to rise in your freedom. You are good. When you make a promise, Jesus, you keep it. Yes, you are good. So I praise your name as long as I'm breathing. Yes, you are. Come on! And I'm not a slave to sin, so I'm singing. You are good. Buried with Christ to rise in your freedom. You are good. When you make a promise, Jesus, you keep it. You are good. So I praise your name as long as I'm breathing. 'Cause you are good. Oh my God, so good. You never give up. You never give up on me. Oh, what joy I found because of your love, because of your love for me. Oh my God, so good. You never give up. You never give up on me. Oh, what joy I found because of your love, because of your love for me. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Welcome to the Loop Show control room.
I wonder what this button does.
What have you done?
Hang on for the loop!
Okay, this should fix it. Great!
Great job!
Thanks! I'm Ricky!
I'm Jamie.
And check out what I discovered while I was trying to fix the show. This is an emotional theater board.
That is perfect because this episode we're talking about our emotions.
All right, so if I turn happiness all the way up and turn everything else down.
I'm so happy! I can shoot rainbows out of my eyeballs.
I just want to punch an eagle in the face! I'm so excited! Ah! We can also try this!
Oh no! Nothing is ever going to be happy again. There's only sadness.
This is my favorite shirt.
Snot all over your shirt. Turn it into something else. Now I'm full of rage.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground!
Turn it down. Turn it down. Turn it down.
Okay. Oh. All right, now I'm gonna keep it to a mix of several different emotions. Oh, that was a lot.
If only controlling our emotions were as easy as controlling faders on a board.
Ooh, I actually think I know someone who will help us regulate all of our emotions.
Oh, that's the Judo Bob button.
He gets his own button.
What's up, everybody? Judo Bob here, and again, this is not your normal infomercial material, and we're selling how to control your emotions. Do you have emotional outbursts? Do you lash out with tantrums? I want a board and I want it now! Do you make bad decisions on how you feel? Yeah, Mom, I know I punched a hole in the wall, but it's because I was feeling angry. Do you feel like you have so many feelings you just don't know what to do with them? Anger, sadness, turmoil. What does turmoil mean? All the emotions, but what do you do with them? Well, Judo Bob is here to help you. You see, you can control your emotions, just like Judo Bob can control his emotion of anger by snapping boards and harnessing that power into board snapping awesomeness. See, there's a breath that you should take between your feelings and your actions. So you should stop and recognize what you're feeling before you jump and react, because sometimes people get a foot to the face. And here are 6 steps on how Judo Bob has controlled his emotions. 6. Don't react right away. Ask for divine guidance. Find a healthy way to release your emotions. See, like binoculars and kind of a C, the bigger picture. That was the picture. Replace your thoughts. And finally, detach from your emotional triggers. Here's what that means. If your friend or someone in your family does something that you just do not like, forgive them and forgive that thing that they did, and you learn to detach, just like Judo Bob detaches from people not doing the right technique when they punch a board. That's all Judo Bob has to teach you today. I hope you've learned something about controlling your emotions, and I hope you go out and make Judo Bob proud. Judo Bob out.
I wonder what would happen if we turned down all of our emotions.
That's our challenge for today. We will hand you an item. You are not allowed to show any emotion.
You must say one statement out loud about the object while it's in your hands.
If you react in any way, you lose a point.
Let's turn our emotions all the way down. Oh, this is gonna be tough. I am under attack.
These are plastic.
This is furrier than expected.
This is mold, Ricky.
I hate my mouth.
This is spicy and there are pickles in it.
This is a cube.
I pooped my pants.
Emotions are difficult to manage, especially when you are tasting things that are of
The pickle nature. My cheeks hurt from not smiling. They're used to being up here, not down here.
Question: is it a sin to get emotional? Answer: eyewitnesses tell us that Jesus cried. They tell us he got angry. He was fully human, and he felt the emotions that we feel. He felt angry and sad and frustrated and happy and everything you felt. Jesus lived a perfect life. Feeling emotions and expressing them is not a sin. Feeling emotions is part of God's design for you.
I love the fact that Jesus shows so much emotion. It reminds me that I truly was made in his image, especially when I show emotion in my life. There's a cool story in the Bible where Jesus was walking up to the temple, and when he got there, he found people selling doves and cattle and exchanging money, and they were using the temple, God's house, as a place of business. And this made Jesus really angry. And so we can see in John chapter 2 how he responds. It says, Jesus made a whip from some ropes and chased them all out of the temple. He drove out the sheep and cattle, scattered the money changers' coins all over the floor, and turned over their tables. Then, going over to the people who sold the doves, he told them, "Get these things out of here. Stop turning my Father's house into a marketplace." Man, Jesus was showing raw emotion. He was angry to see someone doing what he believed was disrespecting God. And so it's important for us to know, emotion isn't bad. Emotion is actually just a signal, and we have to make sure that our emotions don't control us, but we control them. But we also have to make sure that we use them as a signal to know something needs our attention and something needs our prayer.
911 emergency services, what's your emergency?
There's a guy down here at the temple freaking out. He's flipping tables over, man.
What's your location?
Okay, I'm at the temple in Jerusalem. There's a lot of livestock out here. The pigeons are losing their minds.
Why are there pigeons in a temple?
I sell them.
In a temple?
Yeah, you can worship, and then on your way out, why not buy a pigeon? We got sheep and oxen, too.
In a temple?
You sound like the guy with the whip.
Who has a whip?
The guy flipping the tables. He made it from cords.
Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, my pigeons are loose. He opened up their baskets.
Okay, stay calm.
They have rings. They've taken flight. Man, they're gone. My pigeons are gone.
I know pigeons have wings.
Coins are scattered everywhere. This is pandemonium.
Why are there coins?
He said we're a den of thieves. I'm not a den of thieves.
I know you're not a den of thieves.
My pigeons are gone. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Sir, please try to calm down.
Come back. Come back to your cages, pigeons. Pigeons.
Hello?
Come back.
Hello?
No.
Sir? Sir?
Those 911 calls are my favorite.
That was my favorite call so far. Next item, please. Frozen pickle juice? Oh no.
These frozen tears are delicious.
That felt rough. That is salty.
How very dare you?
Is that cat food?
Indeed.
Did we really just eat cat food?
We ate cat food.
This is spoiled milk.
Smells just like how Mom used to make it.
So soft and warm and really cute. I love kittens.
I shall name you Simba.
I will gladly lose the game if I can have the kitten back in my arms.
Which emotion is the hardest for you to control? See, there should be a breath between your feelings and your actions. We have to stop and recognize what we're feeling before we jump to react. See, don't cover up your emotions. We have to learn to oversee those before we react. See, emotions, they didn't rule Jesus while he was on this earth, and they won't rule you either. Now that is an excellent and praiseworthy thought.
In the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 8. Think about the things you think about. Finally, brothers and sisters, think about such things.
Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable,
If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Think about the things you think about. Think about such things. Think about the things you think about. Whatever is true and noble, whatever is right and pure, whatever is lovely and admirable, whatever is excellent and praiseworthy, think about such things. Think about the things you think about. Think about such things. Think about the things you think about. Think about such things. Finally, brothers and sisters, think about the things you think about. Think about such things. Think about the things you think about.
I'm so excited the challenge is over, so now we can play with the kitty cat. Oh, it's so cute and fluffy and warm.
Oh, and my excitement figures all the way up, but that also has something to do with it. Wait!
Oh!
There is a cat loose in the Loop Show control room.
This is your home now. I'll feed you, don't worry.
So it's not always so easy to control your emotions.
But it's also not a good idea to shut them all off.
So as your brain grows, learn how to express your emotions in a healthy way.
Let's sign off with all the emotions. Happy!
Enjoy the ride! Enjoy the ride! Enjoy the ride? Enjoy the ride!
Emotions. We all have them, but they're from God, which means He's given us what we need to control them. Let's pray. God, I thank you so much that you have given us emotions so that we can have a full and exciting life, God. And I also thank you that you've given us what we need to control them so that we can use them the right way. As we continue on praying with head still bowed and eyes still closed, maybe you're here right now and you think about the things you've done because of your emotions. Maybe it makes you sad. Maybe you regret some of the things you might have said or how you might have hurt people. And you don't think, how could God ever love me? How could God ever forgive me? Well, I want to let you know right now is that because of Jesus, because He sent Jesus to die for you and for me, for all the things that we've done wrong, and it's through Jesus that we can use our emotions to love people well. And maybe you're here today and you recognize, I don't have a relationship with Jesus. I want that. I want to be forgiven. I want to give my life to Christ. If that's you, I want you to raise your hand right now. Hands up, going all over. Well, right now, we're going to pray with those who are making that decision today. So repeat after me. Say, Dear God, I recognize that I'm broken and I need a Savior. Jesus, I believe that you are the Son of God, that you died and rose again for me. Jesus, I ask you to come into my life, to make me brand new. Thank you for your forgiveness, and thank you for your love. It's in Jesus' name we pray. And everyone said, Amen. If that was you, that is the most important decision you could ever make. And know that we're celebrating with you. But don't keep it to yourself. Tell somebody, tell an adult, tell your family about the decision you just made, and know we're so proud of you.
That was an emotional ride on the Loop Show for sure today. Thank goodness God can help us learn to control our emotions so we can respond to life instead of reacting to it. Before we go, I just want to give you 2 steps to take this week. When this video ends, just grab your family and click the lesson activity link below this video on the Kport online page to discuss what you learned and for an activity to do with your family. Then, the second step is I want you to log on to the YouVersion Bible app and look up the plan called Think About the Things You Think About. It's a great way to learn how to control your thoughts. You can even do it with your friends or your family using the Plans with Friends or Family feature on the app. All right, that's it from me. I'll see you next week at Kport Online. Goodbye.